Hi, welcome back to another love reading. So, if you want to pause the video, you can take a moment to have a look at the cards and choose which pile is for you. And then, as always, in the description box will be a timestamp so you can go straight to your reading. And there will also be the cards that I'm using in the description box below. And if you want a personal reading with me, you can reach me on Facebook. I hope you enjoy your message. Hi, it's for everyone who chose group number one. And I'm going to jump straight in to the reading here with the masculine's headspace. Masculine first, feminine next. Okay, this is quite an intense one. In the masculine's headspace, we've got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So really juggling a crossroads at the moment, juggling a decision that needs to be made. Feeling quite uncertain and not sure which way to go. I feel for the masculine, there's a lot going on in the headspace right now. Whether it's deciding, it'll be a different decision, I guess, for everybody. But we're juggling love over fear, and this could be a perception decision. It could be. There's this element of stuckness or pause in the masculine's headspace, so he's processing a lot right now. And in the heart space, the masculine has the Star and the Queen of Wands, so he has a lot of hope for healing in this connection, and the feminine's right here in his heart space. He is totally focused on the feminine, and something has come up within the connection, and it's caused a lot of uncertainty in the mind space for the masculine, but in the heart space he knows his truth. He knows how much he loves this powerful feminine. In the way he's viewing her, Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, this is his person. There's no doubt about it. This is his forever after. This is such a beautiful embodiment here when you've got the Queen of Wands and the Empress. That is a powerful feminine who truly is her own, is the truest expression of herself. She is in her power and has so much to offer everybody who comes into her path. It's a very powerful feminine that I'm reading for here, and the masculine sees that. He knows that. In the desire moving forward, we've got the Twin Flame card, Four of Wands, marriage card, about healthy family commitments and home life, and the brand new beginning with the Fool. So the masculine wants this to be a healthy, happy union, and so whatever's come up, he wants to move through that, past that, and move through the uncertainty, make whatever decision needs to be made, and step onto a deeper path with the feminine in union. Now, the feminine's headspace, I've pulled a lot more cards for the feminine, and I probably will be connecting with more feminines here. So there's a lot of cards for you if you are a feminine. Anyways, in the headspace, we've got Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, the Devil, and the Ten of Cups. And what I get from this, the feminine is working perhaps overtime in the mind space right now, it's strategizing and working through her perceptions and doing a huge stock take, perhaps going through perhaps old conversations that were had, or just trying to figure something out energy here, trying to release and unburden oneself, and there's this progression. It's again with the Six of Swords as being a spiritual rite of passage, and leaving something behind, to release an old perception perhaps, but we've got the Devil card here, so we could be releasing some codependent behavior or attachment issues to substance or connections, and coming up in this love reading, it's to do with this connection. The feminine here is it looks to me like a lot of the feminines here are wondering if this connection is her Ten of Cups, Or is this more karmic, a karmic partner? I feel the feminine is uncertain also, and that could be why the masculine is sort of feeling like he's in limbo, because the feminine is processing something at the moment, and this could be strategizing to release some old karmic behavior, or in order to invite more of this Ten of Cups, beautiful emotional fulfillment, happy ever after energy in replacement of. Some feminines will be questioning the whole connection, and if this is bringing her a Ten of Cups or not, or going to. There's a lot of strategizing going on, a lot of thoughts going on around in the feminine's headspace. So we'll take that, how that one applies for you. The heart space, the Hermit, the Ace of Wands, and the Chariot. So I feel like the feminines would really like some space right now, would really like some time out right now. At the same time, there's this suspense feeling, and almost like as much as she'd like to withdraw, she'd also like to push forward and make things happen, next move and step with confidence. It feels, there's a lot of inquiry into the heart space, into the mind space, into all of this. There's a lot of deep inquiry going on here. A lot of deep inquiry, wow. But going within, the Hermit we've got here, going within just to seek that inner guidance, and it's you that's got the answers within. This is not an answer that's really going to come from something external. This reading could only get you so far, sort of thing, and at the end of the day it's going to be you. I see, we'll get to the outcome. There is always infinite possibility for any outcome, and nothing's ever set in stone. But anyway, we'll get there. Yeah, feminine needs a break. I feel like a bit flustered in myself, like, whew, feminine needs a break. Needs some time to just, but feeling confident, like the message is coming into the heart space here, and it's unavoidable, sort of thing. Like, it's quite loud and clear, and the feminine, I feel like, knows which way she has to go. But I just get this, I need a freaking minute. I don't know why I go, yeah, maybe you connect to that. Feminine viewing masculine is, this is perfectly resonant with the Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles in the masculine's headspace, and then the feminine is viewing with the Two of Swords. Seeing the masculine as indecisive and struggling perhaps with a decision of love over fear, or a perception of love over fear. Could be juggling a lot of different responsibilities and life changes, because we've got this, crossroads directional energy. And I'm seeing a lot in the collective reports about redirection mid-manifestation. And that could be the case here, because there does seem to be some sort of uphill. The Tower card isn't here, but along with the Two of Swords was the Three of Wands and the Hierophant. So the masculine is waiting for perhaps higher guidance, or some sort of message of commitment from the feminine, or waiting for something to be established, waiting for some sort of something to do with an establishment. I don't know. The masculine is in waiting, indecision, perhaps a little stuck. This could be higher learning, but this could also be higher commitment from the feminine. The Hierophant can be a marriage type thing, so it could be, grounding what he is hoping for with the Ten of Pentacles Empress. That the Four of Cups outcome he would like. He could be waiting for a response from the feminine in regards to that, because the feminine is in deep processing, and perhaps things are up in the air right now, and there's a bit of uncertainty. The feminine's desire moving forward is, we've got the Eight of Wands and the World card with the King of Pentacles. So it could be that this feminine is wanting to move forward quite quickly and close out this cycle with this masculine. The World card can talk about completions and the ends of cycles. So it could be that case. In those that have no intention of closing out a cycle, to end the connection, the closing out of the cycle could be just what this was about. This, whatever it was for you, that whether it's lower vibrational behaviour, codependency to anything, the chains that bind you, that whatever it is you're releasing in that sense, or figuring out how to release. The feminine's desire moving forward is to complete that cycle, please. And so it will hit differently for everybody, in that it may be that she wants to complete the cycle with this masculine and close out this connection, or it could be to close out this, like I just said, and then move forward together. In the outcome, and this is what I mean, there's potential for two different outcomes here, I suppose, and it's because of this one card in the middle here. We've got the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So it's this Three of Pentacles in the middle that leaves room for a possibility of healing together, because it is a teamwork card and cooperation. And there is a lot here about heartbreak and pain and withdrawals, betrayal, abandonment, lack, victim energy, and the end of a relationship. It could be with the Ten of Swords. This could be resulting in the ending. It could also be, like I said with the World card, the end of a cycle, and this talking about teamwork, working through these heartaches and working through this abandonment wound that may have been triggered, if that's what it was, whatever it is that's shown up in this heavier energy. Because it's so uncertain, the outcome here, we've got this Ten of Swords, and I do feel like for a lot of people it may, for the most part, will be ending a connection. Perhaps not straight away, perhaps there's more to go through yet, but I do feel that for a lot of people here. So I pulled some more, another set of outcome cards, just to see if the other timeline would show up, those who stay together. And I kind of, again, I'm feeling like it'll be mostly that they don't. We've got both options here again. But how we had that teamwork here, we've got that in the Strength card. So it could be applying strength to put down these burdens and use that sacred knowledge that you have, that divine knowledge, and apply that to move through this anxiety and put down the heavy burden, this stuff. Can't pick it up. That, this, what you're releasing, what you're letting go of, okay? So, the outcome here is that, to say that what you're going through right now is probably quite hard to navigate and quite huge, whether it's hit yet or not. This is moving through some of the heavier energies, which is what these retrogrades are asking of us. Everything is as it should be. You're exactly where you need to be, and I feel like you know that. And if it means that you need to step up out of a connection that's not serving you anymore, then go for it and do that. The masculine, I have two oracle cards. The masculine's is surrender, and the feminine's is claim your identity. So again, it sort of speaks about what we're seeing here, where the masculine may need to surrender his desire for this Empress, Ten of Pentacles outcome, or surrender to whatever is happening here, this uncertainty to what's going on in his life or his connection to this. And the feminine to claim your identity, which does talk about that, what you've got in your heart space here, about going within, finding your own inner guidance about what decision you need to make to move forward with confidence and step up into what is an authentic choice for you in this moment. I do feel like this is going to be the theme for the month, is crossroads and choices and deep reflection of what patterns what we don't want to repeat anymore, and what we do want to take with us into the next phase. So I'm going to leave that one there, and I hope that gave some clarity, and sending lots of love to you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hi, everybody that chose group number 2, and I'll jump straight in with the masculine's headspace. Starting out, there's a lot of passion in this one here. Starting out with the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. So the masculine could be thinking a lot about the feminine right now, a lot about this connection and how it gives him this, it feeds him this energy of just like that life force energy, I feel. He could also be thinking about a certain thing that he wants to tell the feminine in regards to the connection, some things he wants to talk about there, being that the pages sometimes are messengers. But for the most part, I do feel like this is the masculine reflecting a lot on this connection and how it gives him this enthusiasm. It fills him with some high velocity energy. It's there's a free spirited, gentle funness to the connection too, and I just a lot of gratitude coming from the masculine here, a lot of attraction. The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles in the heart space. Queen of Wands is a fire sign, feminine could be a fire sign. We also have the King of Wands in the feminine's headspace. So that's a married couple there. It's a divine counterpart, two of a kind. But anyway, this is a feminine, again, we've got, I think we had in the last reading the same thing, actually, with the masculine, with the Queen of Wands in the heart space, and then the Empress in the next, in the how he's viewing the feminine. The same came out again. In this one, I feel like with the masculine, he might be busy with work. This couple could be in separation. But what I get from the imagery here is the way he's looking back over his shoulder at the feminine while he tends to what he needs to tend to in his own life. The feminine's always in his heart. That's the message here, and he's watching over her. He's watching over. Like, I feel like she's so bright and brilliant. It's not like he could avoid watching over her because she's unavoidable. She's just there, and you can't really. That's what I'm kind of the imagery I'm getting. It's like she's so bright. It's not like I could avoid her. And so yeah. However it is that you express yourself, if you are the feminine, must be, there. So yeah, I just really loved that when I noticed that he's looking over his shoulder, watching over the feminine in the heart space there. Desire moving forward. Oh, there's a bit of mirroring going on here too, actually, in this next bit, actually, because both desires moving forward, I'll show you. I'll just jump. The feminine had the Knight of Cups, and the masculine had the Knight of Wands. So very romantic, passionate, playful, sexual, gorgeous energy. But anyways, separate now. The masculine viewing the feminine in this beautiful Empress energy, just like we had in number 1. So if you had trouble choosing or choose both, it wouldn't be... Oh, actually, no. You would not have chosen both. Sorry, number 1 was drastically different. I forgot. Don't know how. So anyway... The masculine's viewing the feminine in her power, quite perhaps full of energy, perhaps right now, just ignited, very sexually attracted to the feminine too, feeling a magnetic pull towards her and feeling her pull towards him, and just really feeling the energy between the two. The feminine could also be, this can be sometimes spontaneous or impulsive type energy, so the feminine could be having a moment of expression, however that applies. In the desire moving forward, we've got this waiting energy, same as the last one actually. It's interesting that the masculines are in a similar, the masculine collective is looking similar. Anyway, there's waiting for a message to come in, whether it's apology could apply to some of you, but it is some sort of sweet offering, a sweet message. This is the Page of Cups is gentle friendship, kindness, generosity, just gentleness in general. It's not always a huge offering or anything quite large. It's just but it is innocent and pure and beautiful. There's this waiting energy for this perhaps it's a young connection and waiting for it to grow from this Page of Cups into a Hierophant connection, into a marriage or a deeper connection. There's there's also this element of the masculine, a lot of learning for him throughout this whole connection. Like the feminine has taught him a lot and is teaching him a lot. He's learning a lot on his own path of ascension. So also embodying some of those lessons in moving forward with this connection too. The masculine has that desire to embody those higher learnings. We got the attraction for the oracle card of the masculine. I thought it was really, really nice and really suitable for all these wands, right? Wands can be quite phallic and quite fiery and passionate. So there is some beautiful Shakti energy between this couple. So feminine also has a lot of wands on her side too. We've got 6 of wands and the King of Wands in the headspace. Feeling quite successful in this connection. Feeling like this connection is, the masculine is on her mind quite a lot. She's perhaps like, there could be a little bit of idealizing him or fantasizing about him, or just like a little bit of that. It's quite beautiful. Feeling really positive about the direction of where this is headed, and feeling like this is headed for a victory, and she's all in. She is all in. In the heart space, the High Priestess and the 8 of Wands, so more passionate wands, movement forward. This could be Cupid's love arrows too, lots of love messages back and forwards from the heart space. And this one talks about, the High Priestess is very much the 5D realm, it's the spiritual realm. And so I feel like in her heart space, the feminine is projecting a lot of love and a lot of healing and a lot of just little sweet nothings or however to the masculine in 5D. The feminine is really connecting in 5D, I feel the masculine is too, and so many wands here. It is that spirit fire energy. So the masculine could, with that page of wands, be receiving and sending those messages of love coming from the feminine's heart space. He's receiving them in the head space. He's holding them. He's doing his work, but he's, I'm just like, I'm doing my work. I'm watching over you while I do my work, but I'm receiving what you're sending me. I do feel you. Like the message is quite beautiful in that way. Good on you, feminine, sending that love. It's being received. The desire, the way the feminine's viewing the masculine, is their Knight of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. So we had that mirroring energy, the 2 young stallions there, but Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is more charming, romantic, playful, wonderful connection building energy. Life building energy, teamwork, cooperation, coming together, meeting in the middle. Perhaps this could also be talking about some personal bedroom things that you may be discussing and wanting to try together and work together through any of those. If there's some new things you want to spice things up with, there is a lot of spicy energy here, and that's available for some of you. So there could be some romantic getaway plans or something here as well. Picking up quite a lot in this reading. In the desire moving forward for the feminine, 3 of Cups and the World and the Sun. Oh, beautiful friendship, joyful celebration, feeling really united and happy and blissful and very much like this 6 of Wands, victory, cheers, like yay. The World and the Sun, beautiful life-giving vitality, beautiful bright sun. And the World card is completion of a cycle and success, but moving on. It's moving on to the next cycle upon or during completion of the other one. Like there's no real void zone. It's just one thing to the next. So there's some sort of progression or evolution or shift happening in this connection. That's just from one joyful moment to the next, perhaps. Or physical strength for the feminine's oracle card, attraction and physical strength. And I could only put those together and think of physical attraction, right? Especially with all this wands energy and picking up on perhaps a romantic getaway for some of you, or tending to each other's desires in the bedroom and trying new things in that way. I see a lot of that stuff here. So physical attraction is, I had to put them together. Perhaps, but also what I did get from this is for the feminine to, with this physical strength card, to remember to connect into all those things that make her feel connected and united and on fire. So that belly dancing, of course, with this gorgeous belly dancing lady. But any expression that you choose that helps you fill your own cup and keeps you ignited. But yeah, to coming together, it's that physical attraction I saw in a strong way. And then the outcome, like, come on, the outcome's ridiculous. The 10 of Cups and the Star, like, go away. Happy ever after, healing, divine alignment, destiny, hope, and just gorgeous divinity. Gorgeous, look at this, happily ever after family here around the fire, and just total fulfillment within each other and on the path forward. A lot of excitement about what's to come, a lot of plans for the future, and just getting underway with that, enjoying the ride, enjoying the process. There's so much to come for this couple, and it's beautiful. And yeah, that's very fortunate in current climate with all the retrogrades and eclipses and pandemic and riots and Saturn returning to Aquarius, and God, just so many things. This couple seem to have each other and cruising on through quite nicely at this time. So that, yeah, good for you. Happy for you. I'll leave it there, and I look forward to connecting again with you soon. Bye. Hey everyone. This is everyone who chose group number 3. It's a different day. It's the following day now, so if you've chosen 2 groups. So let's jump straight in to the masculine's headspace. We've got the beautiful 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. There could be a lot of messages the masculine's sending. It could be verbally speaking about how he's feeling about the connection, and how he's feeling very connected to the feminine at this time, and that he is really connected to the union and feeling a lot of love. These often can be Cupid's arrows flying and love messages. And it's clear in this reading that something's come up, a challenge has come up within the relationship, which, that's to be expected in the Venus retrograde. Nobody gets out unscathed. And I feel like where this connection at is past perhaps the hurt. They're in the healing phase, or the coming back together, or the communicating phase of navigating that challenge. In the heart space, we've got the Star and the 3 of Swords. Heart space for the masculine, Star and the 3 of Swords. So yeah, healing some heartache, and perhaps this could be for some from a previous connection. The masculine is healing some old wounds that are not connected to the relationship. In some cases, it could be that they are, but I do feel that this may be previous wounds that the masculine has already been carrying and is working on, and I feel like the feminine is being quite a activator in that healing, or provided somehow triggered healing for the masculine, or supports him in that journey as best she can. The masculine's viewing the feminine as the Fool and the Hierophant. So yeah, a lot of wisdom to share, a beautiful fresh beginning happening here, in whether that's in the feminine's life or together. I think together, because I just looked at the time and on my thing, and it was 222. So yeah, it could very well this be a coming together, a solidifying of the connection into new territory that you may have not taken it to yet. So that's especially for those that this is a new connection. But for others, it's finishing up with a cycle, or coming out of some sort of painful challenge, coming out on the other side with more wisdom and love to share. The desire moving forward for the masculine is the 2 of Swords and the Lovers. So there's uncertainty and fears coming up here. We're working on this wound for a reason. So The masculine is, perhaps uncertain if this is, like, I feel like he's torn because there's so much here, like he knows that this is a good connection for him and a beautiful connection for him, and the decision's been made on a soul level. He's following his heart. And I just feel he hasn't arrived somewhere yet, and he wants to arrive there, whether that's a decision or a healing. There's something that needs to shift first so that he can move forward. Something's blocking him, and he wants to work on that. The oracle card for the masculine is responsibilities, and that's being responsible, I feel, for his energy or his wounds, and having to tend to that, and if there's been any experience of projecting any of those wounds outwards, being responsible and accountable for that energy, and being responsible for showing up in one's own healing, and that's happening. The masculine is doing that. We've got this beautiful star card in the heart space. We're like, there's so much desire coming from the masculine, I feel, to have a healthy connection with the feminine. It's truly what he wants, I do feel. Now the feminine's headspace is the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel this is the feminine witnessing the masculine evolve and go through some sort of growth. And she's also sees that this, I just saw the time again, 444, and I was thinking along the lines of turning this into the next, like solidifying the connection and building abundance together, and because this King of Pentacles is a very we call him a family guy, building the home life, building a business together, all those sorts of things. So it's looking at this connection with a lot of potential for abundance and greatness and building together. So the feminine looking at this connection as that, but also looking at the masculine himself. He could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Taurus heavily here. We've got Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius. There's a couple here, but anyway, yes, the feminine's looking at this connection in a state of evolution. So, like, you would see the Death card. I'm surprised that's not here, because I do see a lot of growth happening at this time. Whatever the challenge is, you guys have grown from it or are growing from it. Now, in the feminine's heart space, there is challenge, of course. The Queen of Wands came out reversed, so feeling not in her power, perhaps, because due to some fears or not being sure about whether this connection can move into healthy territory, or can she let go? Is there codependence? She's really questioning all these different elements of why she's feeling a little unstable at the moment, and the connection, recent challenge perhaps causing instability, and really looking at, can we move past that? Can we release some of those wounds and move through this together? Really wanting to hold on tight to the connection, and I do see that here with the Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's just been quite a big knock recently, perhaps, and it's hit the feminine in the heart space, and she's trying to hold space for self, for the connection, for her, and trying to stay in her power and not be, if there has been any projections from the masculine side, she's trying not to allow that, have healthy boundaries with whatever's coming at her or going on. But sifting through her own projections and her own fears, and a lot of deep questioning for the feminine here at the moment, and it's all healthy, good stuff. It's the message clear here is you're exactly where you need to be. All the thoughts and feelings that you're having are exactly what you need to be experiencing. It's such a internal time at the moment, really time to be going within, and so that's what retrogrades do to us. So Feminine's viewing the masculine with the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, so feeling a bit conflicted about having a prosperous new beginning, and so the masculine, you know, it's kind of here with his desire moving forward, feeling a bit unsure about, you know, where's this going to go, how's it going to go, is it going to work out? There's a little bit of uncertainty there, or how to move through. I don't feel like there's uncertainty about if it's going to work out, because there's such a deep connection between these two. Like, I don't feel like it's an ending thing. I feel like it's more like how we're going to get through this and not revisit this pattern again, and like really wanting to put it to rest, whatever it is, which is again resonant with that Venus retrograde we've got going on. It's the old wounds coming up, eclipse season too, right? Yeah, exactly. Eclipse season 2. We've got this eclipse happening up here, and and it's so if we could perhaps if this relationship has been quite long term, you can look back to January last year, to the last eclipse season that we had, and what patterns perhaps you were facing at that time. January, yeah, start of last year. So about a year and a half ago, what perhaps patterns were coming up, and there was another eclipse season. It was, just think to the January one. Like, don't quote me on the mid-year eclipse. I can't remember when that was. So yeah, masculine. Let me just. I want to see a little more here. Oh, there we go. Eight of Pentacles. That's nice. Okay, yeah. So that just confirms what I was saying before. The masculine, at the very beginning, there's a lot of desire coming from the masculine to make this work, to move through the conflict, to have a prosperous new beginning, and the feminine sees him putting in the effort here. And then it's same within the headspace here. She sees this evolution going on for the masculine. Is something, the wheel turning for him in whatever way that could show up. It could be such a dramatic change in life, and it could just be personal and internal, to do with behavioral patterns, and yeah, as we can see here, there are some healing going on. More communication is needed here, perhaps, for some, but yeah, the masculine is working on it. The desire moving forward for the feminine is to just have an equal give and take, a healthy connection, no dramas, to have, like, she just wants it to be beautiful. Ace of Cups is beautiful, unconditional love, you know, over full cup of love. It's so connected and soulful and healing and gentle, and justice is honesty and truthfulness, and you know, and then that Six of Pentacles is an equal give and take, and being fair in the connection. So the feminine just wants, I just saw 1111. Yeah, the feminine just wants a beautiful, you know, new template of unconditional love expressed in her relationship. She wants it to be healthy and nurturing and wonderful, and no toxicity. Wants to let go of any wounds and just help each other rise up, but like, just, yeah. So the feminine's oracle card was My Power, which with the Queen of Pentacles in Wands. I keep saying Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. We'll turn that upright. Remembering her power, and staying in her power, and putting up any boundaries if she needs to at times, and you know, using her power for exactly where she knows to apply it. Yeah. So the outcome. Oh, also, I pulled another oracle card for, like, because I feel like there's still a little bit more work to be done on moving through whatever challenges come up. There's just some uncertainty about how the future's not worked out yet, or that will be applying to some, and then others it'll be getting through this particular challenge that you're on right now isn't worked out. But what is needed, I asked, to get through this for this couple is resilience. So working together. Yeah, and I do see that here, beautiful in the outcome. The Sun, Nine of Cups. Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. That's so beautiful, right? So breathing new life into the connection, testing out some new skills learned, wishes granted, with skill development and coming together and building together and applying positivity and letting go of any of the pain and just trusting in the connection and trusting in the beautiful knowledge and wisdom that's coming from the divine feminine in the connection. I'm feeling the feminine is leading the way in healing here. Perhaps it's to do with a boundary that was put up, and that's brought about, it's brought about a shift here. This is beautiful, sacred divine knowledge, and being in alignment with what we know is true, and applying that knowledge to see better results in the connection. There's wonderful healing and positivity going on here. A lot of solar plexus energy as well. Beautiful, creative, just ability. So I'll leave that there, and I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I look forward to reading again soon. Bye.